Alrighty guys, this is snugsonblitz and I'm back with another video for you today. Okay, I think we need to talk about something, and that is Blitz Events. Over the years they've had so many different events, I can't count how many. Some very simple, very easy to follow, not too hard to achieve. Some are super easy actually. And then there are others that were complicated and confusing, and people didn't really know what was going on in the beginning, but finally we figured it out. And lastly, we have events that are not that complicated, but they basically ruin the games for 2 weeks. Why is that? Well, you can watch Droodle's video on it, or some other people talking about it. I think Meadsy also addressed it. And that is, it encourages people to spam OP tanks. I can't tell you how many times I ran into a double Annihilator, a double Smasher, double 53 TP, a double T77, double Shark. I mean, everybody in Platoon was trying to just get those wins for their clan. Especially the better players, they know which tanks to use, and they were spamming them to high heaven. It's just so frustrating when I just want to jump into a game, play some games. I don't mind playing some OP tanks, sure, that's okay, but I don't like spamming them. It really ruins the enjoyment for people who are, well, they don't really have the skills yet. They don't really have the tanks yet. They've just gotten into the game, and lo and behold, they're met with double Annihilators. How can you expect a newer player who's just got his Juno tank playing with his buddy, and he's got a P43 Tur, or whatever it's called, and this Annihilator platoon of 65% players just come and say hi? Now, they could be Seal Clubbers, but they're still good in those tanks. That's why they're using them. And I don't have a problem with using some tanks, but maybe Wargaming, first of all, should ban the Special Nation tanks from those events. Just get rid of Annihilators and Smashers. That would help at least. Not a very hard switch, if you ask me. But even then, it's still a tough proposition. I noticed which tanks were being spammed. What I will do is I will mention in a future video which double tank platoons are probably the most deadly in each tier, or which double platoon tanks, not just one, maybe a few different tanks, so you can mix and match, because it's just so freaking frustrating when you're just trying to have some fun gameplay, taking out a tank you want to have fun with, and you get obliterated. I mean, a T71 is a very fun tank to play, but not against two Annihilators. I mean, they combined, they rip me apart in a second. Boom, I'm gone. So if you want to keep people playing the game, you've got to keep people who have played the game for a while happy, as well as people who are newer in the game. And I really worry that these kind of events will destroy it for newer players. I have 2 games for you, played back-to-back after the event, and yet I'm still running into these double OP platoons. I don't mind a challenge, that's okay for me, but I worry about those weaker players. It's just not fun for them. And I think Wargaming has seen this time and time again. Can't they come up with a way to make it at least fair that everyone has a chance, rather than just good players who use OP tanks? And yeah, it's just really annoying. I mean, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, but before we get into today's games, I would like to ask, if you like my channel, if you like my stuff, if you like my content, hit subscribe, hit the bell button, tell your friends. Come on, guys. I'd really appreciate the help. I mean, if you like my stuff, that is. I mean, if you don't, well, feel free to move on. Anyway, let's get into our first game. Okay, now I'm in the T28, which is a solid tier 7 tank for sure. However, there we have it, 2 Annihilators. They also have a T77 and a CC64. They also have a Pantera, so they're going to control the outside. They can control the inside. I'm not really sure what to do. I don't want to push in against those Annihilators if I don't have to. I wouldn't be surprised if they spam APCR on top of that to make things worse when they need to anyway, not against those lightly armored tanks, but I have armor, so maybe they will try and do that. I'm going to go this way and see if I can see any tanks trying to come around, maybe get a little bit lucky. So they've got base C. And here comes the Pantera. Okay. We are now trapped in this little quarter of the map. Will we be able to survive? I don't know. Going to back on up here and just protect them coming in the flank. Oh my goodness, nice shot, whoever hit me there. Wow, where'd that come from? Ooh, maybe it's the T-42. Was it? I don't know. No, that was a pretty hard hit. Maybe, well, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so there's the, T-42. And here comes the Pantera. If we get pushed on here, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. But the Pantera seems passive. That's good news. He got those 3 shells. And if they pushed in together, they would probably be golden. But, yep, this guy's going to an early grave. So, oh, well, I say that. Oh, we've gotten rid of one of their tanks. That's good news. I'm going to stop him as much as I can, but he's coming on over. So I'm going to try and help my buddy. I'm worried about shots coming in from the rear. I've got some arrow coming behind me, so I don't know what the heck that is, but no time to look now. Just got to help my buddy. Keep him alive as much as I can. And wow, it's now 5 versus 4. Sorry, 5 versus 3. Whew! And oh, it was a dang CC-64. But our team has done well over there, so much props to them. Oh, it looks like, is the T-77 AFK? Wow, what a stroke of luck. So that's nice. Maybe it's the universe's way of saying, hey, guys, come on. That's really cheesy. Cut it out. And, you know, balancing the scales a little bit. In the end, what looked to be an absolutely horrible match turned out to be a very comfortable win. All credit goes to my heavy tanks, but in this game, the Annihilators were versus tier 8 tanks. They had much more armor to deal with, much more hit points. So yeah, but what about if they're top tier? That's a different matter. And that's why I say, why not just remove the Special Nation? No Drak, no Helsing, no Lycan, no Smasher, and no Annihilator. It's just a simple solution to at least making tier 7 playable. Other tiers, I don't have an idea, to be honest with you. Anyway, on to our second game. This time, the same platoon is now top tier, making them that much more dangerous. On top of that, they've got 2 VKs, which are hard to get through and can be essentially used as meat shields for their team, allowing the Annihilators to just put their guns to use and save their hit points. Now, it's good gameplay, I get it, but it's just cheesy and annoying when you keep seeing the same platoon again, and again, which means I don't want to keep testing my luck. Last time we got super lucky, the T-77 was AFK, and their meds didn't do well. But my luck is not going to last. It is tough to fight 2 Annihilators. I'm okay in this tank, I'm pretty good at it actually, but I don't want to keep facing Annihilators. I would like to apologize for one thing though. I had a bit of an issue when I recorded this game, and in the end I just had to turn off the sound completely. So you're not going to hear any shells or explosions or anything like that. But that's not really that big of an issue. Anyway, I've bounced 2 shells there. That's nice, so a good start there. But I'm going to have to play very conservative, very passive here, because I can't afford to bleed. Unless my team has an advantage, I'm just going to have to play really cautious and try and whittle them down from distance. As one of my subs said, Bushka always used to say, trade damage for distance. Yeah, and in this game, that's what I'm going to have to do. I will push in later, but as you can see, I have some shots, so that's good news. Basotto, not the best position for him to be in. Hopefully we can get rid of their support tanks, and then maybe we're in with a chance. Okay. Now, our meds have flanked around. That's good news. Maybe a little bit too aggressive, and we can't support them. There's the Annihilator. 1 shot, 2 shots, 3 shots, and I managed to bounce all of them. So the Annihilator has one weakness. It is that the gun is not that effective at distance, but it's effective enough. I mean, I took a little damage there, so that's 6 shells coming my way. And these guys are just staying behind cover. They're waiting for our tanks to basically push in against them and then unleashing 4 shots. Now, we've taken out 2 of their tanks, so things are looking good. But what can happen in this situation is people get cocky and go, okay, now I'm going to push in aggressively against 2 Annihilators. Don't think that's a good idea. Yep, there goes one of our tanks. No shocker there. Another tank is going to go down soon. And another tank is going to go down. Now you may be thinking, hey, Snugs, you should have pushed in sooner. Okay, maybe I should have, but I'm not in a fast tank. So I really have to pick and choose my times to push. And I can see the Annihilators are coming in. Now I can try and deal with them. They have been softened up. This guy just fires. Unfortunately, I'm not able to hit him. I'd love to get him, but he's going to back on up and get away from me. So I'm going to focus on his buddy. His buddy just took a hit. I'll take some damage if I can get rid of him. Okay, that's 1 shot. My buddy's probably going to get rid of him, but here comes the other guy. So I took 3. So I've taken, I think, what, 12 shells now from the Annihilators combined? Yeah, that's not fun. Even in this armored beast. We can get rid of him. Come on. I don't mind taking the hits. Come on. Oh, dang it. Yeah, well, as you can see, he's able to get rid of me. But luckily, my buddy is able to take him out. The problem is, the Comet came around. Nice work, Comet. The good news is, my buddy knows how to play. So, yeah. Now then, it's 2 tanks versus 1 VK. Now, this VK has sat back the whole game. So this is his mistake. He should have pushed in with the Annihilators and really dominated that side. But he stayed a sniper, and that is going to cost him. So now my buddy's just going to town on him from the rear. Always nice when you're not the focus. And the VK is having real trouble dealing with the Tiger. He had full hit points. In my opinion, just push on in. No big deal. And I don't have the right camera angle here. I apologize. But safe to say, yeah, he's gone. So great work by the Tiger and my buddy in the Super Hellcat. So 2 games. Both victories. The first game, pure luck, really. And the second game, a little bit of luck, but a lot more skill. Thanks to my buddy. He played it perfectly, as you can see there. A very solid game from him. But do we want to keep testing our luck against the same platoon? No! They're not great players, but their tanks make them look great because they can take out most crappy tanks easily. MT-25s or Juno. These tanks get ripped apart by Annihilators. They're just like not even fair. So wargaming, you got to do something, especially in these events. Remove Special Nation tanks from Blitz events. It would go a long way to making at least Tier 7 enjoyable. Yeah, so those are my thoughts. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I will be talking about other OP platoons that you'll see around that you need to be worried about. But for now, I think this is the biggest issue. Tier 7, there's a lot of newer players. They're still grinding. Their tanks are not fully loaded yet. And they're going against double Annihilators, double Smashers. For goodness sake, that is insanity. Wargaming, fix this for goodness sake. Anyway, that's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time. Snugs on Blitz, out.